Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Carolina offense will take over 1st and 10.
Two running backs alongside the quarterback. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Working that wide receiver screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
And the shot to clear has come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a man. It's Collier. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The shot that clears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the 2nd level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Goes to the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, shot to clear. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he tacks on the extra point.
7, Eastern Michigan, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They went 3 and out on their 1st possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
On the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Back to throw, it's Kim. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense set on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first down from their own 22. The option look. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Second down coming up.
And the shot to clears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
On the play. It's third down.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to pass. It's Collier. Here comes the heat. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
On the direct snap, it's Lockett. Bringing the heat. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Lockett. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for them.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past, and remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell.
It's a running room. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Collier. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer.
All kinds of room to the right. The 40. He's at the 30. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Chanticleers will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Collier. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fires toward the target. Found a seam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. He makes a grab. Gets it in. Touchdown, Eagles!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Collier. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Tucker. They'll immediately call timeout.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. With the catch, it's Rooks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got...
Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Collier. Caught in the backfield, it's Simpkins. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes a catch. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look.
Turning it on. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Number 18.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down, looking for more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will, finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Now facing a third and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
47-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah.
He's got it inside the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Second down coming up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. He'll take the deep shot. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
14.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The Eagles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally... stop.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right.
Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
41 goes to Carolina. 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locking.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Tucker. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there, gets it to the 30.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out.
He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
So now it's second and long. On the move, it's Simpkins. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The shot that clears are at the line, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quickly complete. Trying to rumble in. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
To the air, it's Collier. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.